Hey Pisces, and welcome to your May 2017 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky, and I'm here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead. So, I don't know whether you guys will like this or not, but it seems like you are going to be in the spotlight this month. You have the star reversed, and that's why I ask if I'm not sure if you'll like it, because it seems like you may want to kind of be in the background. For some reason, I see that some of you guys are wanting to kind of fade away or wanting to kind of take it easy, but it's not really shaping up to be that kind of month for you. It seems like you might have a lot of calls to action this month, Pisces. We've been through Aries, now we're going through Taurus, so you've had kind of a bit of time to recharge yourself, to work on yourself a lot. So now I see you potentially having to step up to the plate a little bit in May. I feel that this is good though, because you finally can understand whether you're in the right place or not. Six of Swords has been coming up for a lot of people, as well as Five of Wands and Swords. So collectively, we're all kind of in a state of transition. We're all kind of not knowing how to get from point A to point B, or knowing that we soon have to undertake some kind of big change in our lives. And you guys are definitely at the front and center of that. And through this call of action that you're having, Pisces, where you're going to be seen by so many people, where you're going to have to, in a way, perform your talents, you really can finally see whether you're authentically happy where you're at or not. Do you need to move? Do you need to change your relationship status? Do you need some kind of big life-altering change to come, like Scorpio, like Cancer to an extent? What are you happy in the place that you are? Because if you have that ability to fade away, like your Neptunian aspect of your personality would like, if you just go within yourself, sometimes you're absent-minded to whether the place that you're at in life is actually benefiting yourself. So I feel that you'll be called to action to test that, to see if you are actually in the right place for your authentic self. So rather than being upset about not being able to be so internally concerned, it would be great if you guys could, use May as a testing month. Use May as a time to understand your surroundings, to understand your environment, and see if it really is the wisest place for you to be. Because May is also about gaining wisdom for you, Pisces. It's about understanding victory and defeat, winning and losing, and how that's affected you. It's also about analyzing conflict. You guys have been there for a long time. I know, like, back at the beginning of 2017, you guys were really struggling with conflict and really struggling with people in your life, whether it be the too much or an absence of it, but conflict was definitely out of balance for you. And I feel that in May, that's back. There's something about that has returned to you. And I feel like you might be frustrated with yourself a little bit. You're either frustrated with yourself or those around you. And that may be what inspires you to start something new, that puts you out there as well. Because, if you're feeling that frustration, a lot of the times the universe will give you something that's on the outside world to channel that through, that is more healthy than through your relationships. Also, as a symbol that if relationships are so conflict-oriented and difficult like that, it's better to move to new territory. It's better to move on to something that channels your highest potentials in a more positive way. So I'm going to go ahead and look at this reading from the week to week for you guys and see what signs you're having and what options come forward to you to, come into the best place you possibly can. So for the first week, Pisces, you guys have 10 of Pentacles reversed, rooted down by 5 of Wands. And honestly, for those of you who are like married or in relationships, this could be issues regarding joint finances, or it could also be for business people as well, who you're partnering with, who you're creating financial liability with. Something about that is coming up. This could also be competitive sports for some of you, especially if money is on the line, if you're competing to win some kind of money, even if it's not a sport, something that is a competition that has money on the line. I see a lot of you involved with that in the first week. It's also good to start thinking about that in the first week. It seems like you have something that's very strong within you, Pisces, something that is a very strong talent that you can capitalize on and perhaps make money from. So it's good to think about that. You might not also be making the money that you wish you could from your hard work, because 5 of Wands can also be very strenuous hard work, and 10 of Pentacles is reversed. So maybe you thought you would have made more by now. Maybe you're not impressed with yourself, with how you've budgeted or saved your money. And there is something deeper there, Pisces, because you're not so much a money sign. Like, you can make a lot of money, but like power and money, if that becomes an issue in your life, Pisces, it's very destructive to your well-being. It's very saturating and draining for you. So do watch for the type of people who need money to feel powerful, or the type of people who use resources in a manipulative way. You guys can definitely attract that if you're in a difficult headspace, but it's not really your sign's jurisdiction, should I say. So you always have an ability to get out of those situations if you choose. Moving into the second week, Pisces, you guys have Page of Cups rooted down by the Nine of Pentacles reversed. You don't want to find yourself in the same situation that you've been in relationships and career. You're not feeling validated. You're not feeling appreciated for your intellectual property or for your hard work. And I feel that some of you have found yourself in a bit of an insecure battle with wondering if what you provide is actually enough, if you're not paid fairly, or if people continue taking advantage of your intellectual property. I see a lot of you feeling like maybe it's just not that good in the first place. But this is where your competitive spirit needs to come out, and understand that the efforts that people make to, take advantage of what you contribute is a sign of how valuable it actually is. Do remember how valuable you are, Pisces, and how, self-value is a big thing for you guys. You're trying to associate some kind of worth with yourself, which makes sense. We're in Taurus sign, or Taurus time of the year, and it is a time where value of anything comes into the conscious mind, and value of the body as well can come up. For a very small percentage of you guys, there has to do with some kind of past or selling of yourself, or selling of like your soul or your physical body, or something that's come to the surface for you. And you're healing from that. You need to, if it's still an ongoing thing. There is a destructive pattern for you guys relating to the value of your soul or your body, and trying to create value there. So do think about that. Reflect with that. How much do you feel that you've been worth in relationships, Pisces? How much do you feel? Is there a price on your integrity? Or has there been, Pisces? It's good to think about that, and for a short amount of time, and not hold yourself accountable, but don't punish yourself too thoroughly once the realizations come through. All right? Because it is beautiful how you wear your heart on your sleeve. Page of Cups is very much a Pisces ruled card. So you're in your element, you're in your nature in the second week. And if people are trying to take advantage of that, or trying to make you feel bad for that, you just know who you can't trust at that point in time, or who isn't on your side at that point in time. It would be nicer to realize that versus trying to change something drastically within yourself. So much love to you guys during that difficulty. In the third week, you guys have Five of Swords reversed, rooted down by Ace of Swords. It seems like you know how to win this week. Any competition like I'm talking about, or anything in your workplace that's very competitive, it seems like you get the answer of victory here. And you kind of realize that maybe victory wasn't even what you were after in the first place. People are very competitive around you right now, Pisces. Maybe people might even be fighting over you. For some of you who are in relationships or are dating, you might have a lot of options or a lot of choices. And this is definitely a reality by the third week, even if it's not, if you're listening to this and it's not yet come through, it's on its way. There is something about being fought over, or even fighting over somebody. You might be fighting for your partner. There could have even been a cheating or an infidelity. I don't think that happens this month, but if it's already happened, you're dealing with the consequences of that. You're dealing with the implications of that. And there's a strong need to move forward and not try to force something that doesn't feel like it's working for you, Pisces. Because it's not about winning for you, but for some reason you've attracted people who are very egoic and very focused on winning something. You could be in a relationship with somebody who has to win no matter what. Every single argument has to be won. It's not about communicating the values of the relationship. It is about winning something. And that can go for so many aspects of your life. Maybe in your career, it's not about creating the product that your company creates or what have you. It's about, winning in the workplace. So you guys are kind of challenged in May to change that dynamic for yourselves and maybe even bring enlightenment to those who are stuck in that, because you understand victory versus fulfillment, success versus fulfillment. You're very wise about that. You are the wisest sign of the zodiac, period. So we all have a lot to learn from you about the nature of victory and the nature of fulfillment and success. So please do share. It's not a good month for you to be too shy. Okay, you might be really the star, and people want to interact with you. People want to have your advice. If there are people that you give your advice to very lovingly who disrespect that, those are the type of people that you don't need right now. Trust me, there are people who want your advice for sure, and do give it, because again, your wisdom helps and heals people very much during this time, and as it will through July as well. Especially once we get into Cancer time, your input and advice will be very powerful to other people. Okay, so Five of Swords reverse being rooted down by Ace of Swords. It seems like you have some kind of new idea. You have some kind of new logical ability to get past people's competitive spirits with you when competition becomes unhealthy, when that's all that it becomes about. Because, and I talked about you guys engaging in competition, and that's really good for you, because competition at the end of the day should be about your love for a certain pursuit, not about the victory or the loss. And it's very fun to get involved with all of that and flirt with that. But it becomes about what you're producing or what you're performing. And it needs to be about that more so than the competition. So you guys, as I'm saying, you guys understand that dynamic and share with others that dynamic for sure. And because, again, you have that logic coming to you in the third week. So in the fourth week, I feel that this is your most potent week in May, most definitely. There's definitely a very delicate transformation of the self happening within you, Pisces, which is very commonplace for you. I feel like you go through that, like once a month or something. I don't know. You guys are always having some sort of big personal transition going on, but it's more significant for you now. It would be good to not escape during the fourth week. There's something with Six of Swords reverse. There's like a want to escape. Maybe you do need to think about a move. Maybe you need to think about, is the location where you're at resonating with who you are as a person? Almost all the signs are dealing with this in some way or another. But for you, Pisces, I feel like there's a need to not just like run away, at the first sign of difficulty. If it's been hard and you're there, it's okay to run away from a situation. But it would be good to be more calculated and planning about it, because the High Priestess wants you to be calculated, wants you to think and strategize through all of your current issues going on. So the Six of Swords reverse can be very quick to run the opposite direction, very quick to try to sail away. And you have to really step into the driver's seat. When the Six of Swords is reversed, it represents that somebody else might be controlling how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your circumstance. There's a lot of reflection to happen in the fourth week of May for you, Pisces, where you realize how to step into your own, where you realize how other people have been in control of your destiny. And how can I say it? Honestly, it comes to a point where you realize how that's all on your shoulders and you're ready to change that for yourself. So I feel that it will come to a place where you're working on making the Six of Swords archetype healthy for you, where you become the driver of your own destiny and you sail into smoother waters, because it's not smooth in the beginning of the month, but you finally come into a place at the end where it can be. One way or another, you're looking very beautiful this month. Make sure you're hydrating, make sure that you're being healthy. Having the star reversed as your central theme could indicate that, your health or diet or activity levels are a little bit not integrated. It would be good to integrate those things, starting a new health regimen that's structured but not too hard on you will be very supported this month and be very successful. We are still in that time period of the year where, those efforts to, work with your body are easier than usual. So do capitalize on that while it's still here. And otherwise, don't be afraid to share your wisdom with others, okay? I would love for Pisces to come forward and share their wisdom with me in this month. In fact, I may have to go visit some of my old Pisces friends who I haven't seen in a while. Funnily enough, as a Scorpio myself, I haven't met many Pisces in a long time. I have some very old Pisces friends who have been lifelong friends for me. who I haven't seen in a very long time. So I think that I will plan to try to reach out and visit with them during May. So, or perhaps new Pisces will come in. I feel like you guys are very mystical and very eccentric in a good way. And people want to be visiting with you right now. Like, listen to me. I'm like, oh, I really want to go visit my old Pisces friends. I feel very pulled to them. Other people feel that way right now as well, Pisces. So expect to hear from people that you've known for a long time who might want to be in your bubble this time of the year. So much love to you guys. Make sure to check out your sun, moon, rising sign videos. That's in the top left-hand corner to find that playlist. Also, you can book a private reading here or subscribe to my channel. I will be seeing you guys in June for your June readings. Much love. Bye.